Adam, congratulations. How does the reality compare to the dream?
I think it's even better than the dream. Can't believe the way it all unfolds here. Just thinking about the whole day and the emotions you felt on the course, that at times it's not going to be your day, this can't be it, you're not making any putts, to it all turning around. And Augusta National has a way of making these magical things happen on the back nine, and again up 18 and then down 10 in the playoff. Some putts go in and it all changes so quickly.
What was in your mind standing over the putt on the 72nd hole?
Well, it was really clear, but just before I hit the putt, I said, this is the putt that the winners make. And I thought of O'Meara probably making a very similar putt, thought about how it broke, just put it out to the right a little bit. I didn't even get very specific with the line. I thought, I'm just going to go on instinct. I've hit this putt before. I had a very similar putt in 2011 and I missed it just low. And I thought, just give it a bit more than you did that time. And it just hung on and went in the left side.
After you saw Angel Cabrera hit the approach and then make the putt, what was the challenge to reset mentally?
Well, I think, I got to give Steve some credit there. As soon as I putted out on 18, he said, this thing is not over. You need to psych yourself up for some more holes. And I was kind of feeling like I need to calm down for more holes, but either way, it was the same place we wanted me to get to. And then I was in the scorer's trailer and Angel hits a great shot and obviously going for more holes. So that was, an amazing turn of events there.
When you faced the putt on the 10th, the second playoff hole in the fading light, what was in your mind?
Well, that was it. That was my chance. That was the moment that you had to seize. And I knew the outcome. If I make it, I win. So it's one of those things where you find out how much you really want it. And again, I tried not to get too bogged down in thought. Once I had the line, I read it with Steve and had the line. I just thought, go with instinct and don't even think about speed, just swing the putter. And went in the left center, incredible putt to make down there.
What did you learn at Lytham that made this day possible?
I think Lytham just gave me the belief that I could win a major championship.
Even though you didn't?
Even though I didn't. The weirdest thing, I still felt like I won that Open. And
why?
I just played so well, and I felt like I controlled the golf tournament for all 4 days. And obviously it was mine to win or lose, and I ended up losing it. But golf's just one of those funny games that can give you some tough pills to swallow along the way. But that's all I needed to see. That's what I really needed to see out of myself, was you can play like this at a big tournament. And I've believed that ever since, and sure enough, not long after, I'm in this position again.
It's your 48th major. Now that you've won one, when you think about it, why hadn't you won before?
Well, I think there's a really, really long answer to that, and it's incredible that it's my 48th. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like a couple years ago I turned a new page in the majors and I was starting fresh, and I put somewhat all the experiences behind me, because there wasn't a lot of great experience there for me. There was a lot of average golf, and when you're playing average in a major, they really show you how average you're playing, and there are some bad scores and some embarrassing shots. So a couple of years ago I had to change all that. I changed a lot of things in my game and the way I prepared and got myself ready, and the results have been positive, and then ultimately coming to this moment.
You use this word a lot, Adam. You used it at Lytham, you use it here, belief. What gave you the belief that this day would happen?
Well, I think, it's a bit of everything over my whole career. There's so much has gone into it, and but I've got to think some of it is my own experience and doing things the way that I feel is best for me, and then having the voices around me also know what's best for me. And I think that's where I've gotten to, and that's why everything's working in unison, and everything's in a very good place, and the belief comes from all of that.
I'm going to ask you one last thing. It's to look right into that camera. We've asked you this several times. We asked you just a month ago at Doral. Your answer is going to be different now. What does the green jacket mean?
The green jacket is something that you dream of and never sure if it can become reality, but anything is possible, and you should never give up on what you dream of.